Up in the sky, far away, there's a magic world where we play. So come along with me, and you'll be happy. Haven't had the song just play out normally in a while, have we? Well, welcome back, folks. Welcome back to a world where I don't know what I'm doing! I've decided to not mess with the bees any further until I get the last 2 episodes released, and hopefully get some feedback from folks who know what they're doing. I did a Google. I Googled resourceful bees, and I'll be darned if I didn't find out anything useful whatsoever. Why are you not working? Do you not convert oak logs? I did reconfigure this. I reconfigured it to shine on all 3 of these blocks at once, and none of them are being transformed the way I need them to be. Maybe the issue herein lies with the... Where's the sound? Why is there no sound? Oh! Hold on a minute. Up in the sky, far away, now we have our sound for today. So come along with me, and we'll be happy. This still isn't working, though. That's upsetting. That's frustrating. That's downright infuriating! Howdy, folks. Welcome to episode 10? Maybe? If you're playing along at home and you know what to do with the bees, comment down below and let me know, please. I'd like to continue our adventure today, but things just aren't quite going my way. So if you don't mind, we're going to take some time and focus on other things. Specifically, we're not going to worry about the bees because we don't know what to do with them. Also, I thought I reconfigured this. The goal was to have this thing up here linked to 3 blocks simultaneously. There we go. Stop the linkage. Put that away. The idea being that I could then stand here and go bop, 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 and then plop, 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 and then immediately go back into it. But it's taking longer. It used to be almost instantaneous. Is it because I'm asking it to do it on 3 blocks at a time? Is that why? Does it actually, does it have a limited amount of output, and it only output, a certain amount of transformation per second? That's pretty funny. I've been trying to figure out, okay, if we're not going to focus on the bees, because I don't know what to do with the bees. I have no idea where to progress with the bees. The bees are all gone. They're all gone. Episode 10, we did actually manage to get bees before episode 10, but then we lost them all. We managed it, and then we lost them all. It's a true tragedy. It is a true, true tragedy. But here we go. So we've got all that processing. We do have a bit of gravel, or a bit of, okay, so this is still producing clay back here. That's good. So we've still got clay technically automated. We've got water technically automated. Everything is technically going smooth. I thought about just going ahead and building a monster spawner today, because we've talked about it a number of times, and I think it could be a potentially useful thing to have. And, I mean, it doesn't really call for building any kind of monster spawner in the instructions. Hold on, let me grow all of this. There we go, just go for a little bit of a sprint. Should not have punched the plant. Knew better than to do that. Did it anyway. Don't have an excuse for myself. Have literally no excuse whatsoever. If you're waiting for me to come back and explain that, well, I had a good reason and it was this, I don't. I'm just trying to get some bread. Oh, look, one of the bees is back. That tends to be the one bee that comes home. I like to imagine in my mind, even though I know it's probably not the case, I like to imagine that's the OG bee. That's the first one we built. The first one that we constructed in our attempt to dominate the world of bees. And he keeps coming back because he knows it's safe here with Papa. The rest of the world is a scary and dangerous place, but if he comes back here, he knows he will be cared for, he will be treated well. And gosh darn it, it's actually a bit of a beautiful story. Did we ever figure out whether or not there was actually a better storage medium than chests? I know we looked up barrels and we ended up with the Minecraft barrels, but what are our other options? Storage? If I just type that in there, what do we end up with? What about drawers? Are there storage drawers? There are McCaw's furniture drawers, but that's not really what I was hoping for. Here we go. Hold on. What are these? Spruce storage drawers. Yeah, storage drawers are great. I love those. 32 stacks per drawer. And then this one is 8 stacks per drawer, but there's upgrades. So hold on. Let's see. At storage. What are these? Oh, these are just compact storage. What is a compact chest? That's interesting. What a concept. What is a compact? I don't know. Storage drawer. See, our first kid just came by and gave us a little peck on the cheek. That was nice, wasn't it? So what is our first upgrade here? Storage upgrade number 1 requires Upgrade template, obsidian. We could technically get that, but no, we couldn't, because how would we get it into our inventory? Oh, that's an option, I guess, I suppose. We also can get compressed. I mean, I'm sure there's like a pure daisy. And some blaze mesh. Naturally, yeah. We'll probably end up having to get something ridiculous like, I don't know, an obsidian. Hi there, little guy. Thanks for coming back, by the way. We need a name for the sand bee. Sand bee number 1 needs a title. Still no honey. I'm just thinking that I must have done something wrong. There's clearly a step I didn't know that we needed to take that we're going to have to figure out eventually. And I don't know what it is, but we'll get there soon enough. I've gone on such a ramble now. I don't remember what it was I was even trying to say. Get all this out of my inventory. Tidy it all up. We're starting from scratch here. What was I saying that we were going to do? Build storage drawers for things? We could. That would probably be useful, but we can't build any of the upgrades. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't build some storage drawers. I think that we should. And in fact, I'm going to. So I'm going to turn all of these. We need 8 of those turned into planks so that we can create 4 chests, and then we need some additional plankage. And then we can create this chest here. Will that actually make us 4 of them? Really? Okay. That's actually pretty handy. We'll plop them down over here like this. And then even though each can only hold 8 stacks of a single item, that's still a pretty compact and useful way to have something like, oh, I don't know, our log storage. Tuck it away inside of there. You can double right-click and it'll dump everything you've got in there. So as you can see, we've got 5 times 64 plus 18, which is not a super handy way of displaying that information. 338, that's just with a shift right click. And take it back out, either left click or shift left click to get a stack. Pretty useful stuff. And then I know that you could probably use one of these keys. So we got a drawer key, a quantity key, and a concealment key. So this will show our hide item labels, show our hide stored quantity labels. We want that, but we don't have what we need to build that yet. So we're not going to worry about it. But this is handy. This is handy. We should probably build one for over here too. But for things like, you know, excess cobblestone that we've taken out of the cobblestone chest over there, heck, we should probably put, instead of a chest, we should probably put a storage drawer on top of that, because we can upgrade the storage drawer. And eventually you can get to a point where the storage drawer will hold 32 times its base value, which is crazy. And you can put multiple upgrades in there too. If we like shift right click on this bad boy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think you have to build. I think you can just add a ton of these. And if you add a ton of these, it'll just keep multiplying until you can hold an insane amount. And that would probably be great for that. But, I mean, for right now, your regular, what is that, 32 stacks per drawer? It's 1 drawer, so 32 stacks of cobblestone is basically what you can hold in a normal chest anyway, isn't it? 1, 2, 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9, 18, 20. Oh. Oh. Is that right? 9, 18, 20. Oh. Oh, so it is a bit more. If I'm remembering correctly, if we check like a regular. But this is a double chest. We do currently have a double chest up there. That needs to be taken into consideration as well. Still, it's something to think about in the future. Not saying we're going to do it immediately, but right now we're not focusing on the bees. We're not even going to look at them. I'm just trying to tidy things up a little bit here. We have 9 sand in here for some reason. Put that sand in there. It's way more useful in there. And then let's figure out what to do next. So we don't need any more clay buckets. We will probably build another strainer base someday, but not right now. A botany pot. We've been talking about building a botany pot for a while. Let's do that. That's like a surefire way to get ourselves certain plants and things, and that would be useful. Strainer base is cool. We're getting some useful things out of the strainer base. We're going to have to build a new net for it soon. We might build the fish one if we can. For right now, though, let's keep our minds focused on our current task, which is to build the botany pot. And then you can turn that into a hopping botany pot. So if we just type in hopping here, and I spell it correctly. Is it not called that? Is it a hopper botany pot? Yeah, because it's a hopping bonsai pot. But then I guess the botany pots is a different mod that's basically the same. So that you just build a brick hopper. So we need to have a flower. Hold on a minute here. Let's go ahead and grab everything we've got for this. So some brick, some clay, and some more clay. We've got 12 clay just automated back here in the background now. Ooh! It's so good. I got really excited about that. I apologize. Flower pot, you know what? Shrek me. We're going to make 2 of these. Why? You can't stop me. I'm a free and independent agent. I do as I wish. Going to create a couple more chests. And we'll probably need more of these in the long run. But here we go. One of them. And then a second one, except we've run out of... Right, brickage. Okay, turn all of that into clay. We can just do that in our inventory. We don't have to place and break them, which is what I was doing before. Do we want to cook all of this up? I don't know. We might need the actual raw clay at some point. So tuck all that away inside of there. Keep it safe. Keep you going. How are you doing? You need to be doing more. Like, you're doing good work, but you could do... You could be doing more good work. So tuck that away and keep going. Keep making me more charcoal. That is the fuel of the future now, in the present, at this moment. And continue to manufacture. We need 2 more of those, so never mind. Never mind, Governor. Gotta come back around here. Maybe we should make another furnace. It would be useful to have another furnace, and we have the resources. Heaven knows we have the resources. And look, we can build this right here. Balance grid? I guess it actually has to... Hold on, what does this do? Rotate grid. Clear grid. Okay. Well, we need to have at least one in every single... There we go. Get plenty of compressed cobble. And then for some reason walk over here. I don't know why. I don't know why I did that. Get that out of here. No, you don't go in there, though. You go back over here. For the sake of keeping things tidy, you stay over here. And then what was I doing? Oh, right, building a second furnace. We'll plop this one down on top of this one. And then do a little bit of a division and a conquer. Perfect. Lovely. Keep that going. You are just a mess, is what you are. You're not... You think you're something, but you're nothing. Was that all 4 trees? But it was just... I think it was all 4 trees in... Like, just grew next to each other. I don't think it was a mega tree. Which is a disappointment. But... Okay, we're still doing good on sand and everything in there. I'm just trying to keep an eye on it. And we're trying to do a whole lot of things at once here. So my mind is scattered to the 4 winds. Do we have any honey? No, we don't. We still only have 1 bee. We know where one of the bees is. He's like down there, just staring off into oblivion. Or maybe he did actually make the dangerous journey to the bottom. I don't know. I don't know why he would want to do that. It's a dangerous world down there. It's a dangerous world for a bee. Okay, so now we surround that with terracotta, which is full pieces of cooked up... Stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing right now. I guess I'll let you finish. Okay, now stop what you're doing. And reform. And how many of these do we need, actually? It looked like for each one of these we'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5! Goodness gracious me. Well, it is still going over here, so there's 2 more of those. And we'll kind of cut this. We'll hold on to 14 of them, I guess, because you never know when you might need more in the future. That's 6. So yeah. Keep that up. Keep that up, please. And while that's cooking, I'm going to come back over here. It's all a bit of multitasking, isn't it? That's all it is. That's all life is, really, at the end of the day. So that is not hitting that one, because I'm assuming there's leaves in the way, right? I think we can all agree that's the issue. Maybe I shouldn't put words into your mouth. So that was obviously a triple tree, right? Maybe? Possibly? Because there's only 1 sapling left down here. Okay. Righto, though. This one's not getting cooked up at all. Why is that? Explain that one to me, people watching. Explain that little mystery to me. Is it because I placed it down sideways? Actually, yeah, it looks like that might be the case. It might actually have to be right way up. Yeah, okay, well, now we all know. Lessons learned together. Well, you probably all already knew. But now we all know together, and that makes it even better. Because doing things with friends is the best. So we've got 8. That's enough to create at least 1 of our botany pots. And then we combine that with a brick hopper to get a hopping one. Now, the hopping one's not necessary, but it does mean that we won't have to manually collect from... Oh, apparently that was an achievement. Let it grow. Let it grow. Can't manually do this anymore. Let it grow. Let it grow. I've already got a foot out the door. Let's see where that was in this grand cacophony of noise. Oh, it still wants me to make these shears for some reason, and I'm not sure why. Bee DNA, I'm sorry, all the bees. This quest opens the all the bees quest line. I'll need yellow dye. I guess I didn't notice that, and I suppose we should have probably done that. That might have actually been what the game intended us to do. Well, it's episode 10, and if we make a regular bee today, that'll be pretty monumentous. That's a good way to wrap up the first 10 episodes. But where exactly was that? Would have been under seeds? No, it's not under seeds. Animal? Botany. No. Astral sorcery. Definitely not. It must have been under start somewhere. Right? And I'm just not seeing it directly in front of me. Like, that's ceramic bucket, and that's a brick hopper. Yeah, no, I don't see anything related to what we just constructed. And I'm questioning whether or not we even actually got a reward for it. Or if perhaps maybe I was just imagining that and it was never a thing that actually occurred. Animal crops? What? Can I search? There's no search. There's no ability to search. It would be funny if it was somewhere around here, right? Mechanism. I genuinely have no clue where that quest was. But we completed it together and we all saw that pop up on the screen. So that's a small success that we all get to share in this moment with one another. And we can pat each other on the back and say, well done there, friend. But what was I trying to say about this? Oh, that's right. Okay, so if you plop that down there, normally when you plant something in a botany pot, you have to come over and like right-click or left-click or something to manually collect it. But with the hopping functionality, it'll automatically drop it into the chest below. We could use drawers. The catch there is going to be that you don't know how many items you're going to get depending on what you plant. You might want to know that in advance. So if we have a look at, let's say, a carrot, and we look at uses for the carrot, and we go to the bonsai, it only drops carrots. So you're pretty safe to go there. But if you look at, say, a sapling, and you do the exact same thing, uses bonsai, it drops 4 different things. Now, one thing you can do, if you don't want to get sticks, you can create a 3-drawer, like a 3-drawer storage drawer block, and put, like, preoccupy it with oak, apple, and sapling, and then lock those drawers, and then the stick drops, which there's only a 10% chance of anyway, will be disappeared into the ether, and you'll never get sticks, which is great. If you only wanted apples, what you could do is you could put a storage drawer underneath it, put an apple in it, and lock it, and you'd only ever get an apple, which is also a great idea if that's something you're interested in. But for right now, we need to get ourselves a bit of dirt, and we should probably automate dirt construction now that I think about it. We don't really have the materials we need to do that at the moment. What do we need? We're going to need one of these gears and a lot of these. Actually, I think we do have exactly what we need to build another one of these automators, don't we? Do we even have a brick hopper? We do, but we're using it for a different recipe at the moment. That was the intention with that, at least. I don't know. Do we need 2 hopping bonsais? We might not. We don't even have the 1 up and running yet. I guess it all just depends on what we decide to do. How many of these do we have? 4. How many do we need? 6, I think. Can I just, like, if I put these on the fire, will they cook up into... No, it does look like they need to go inside of a furnace. Well, that's a darn shame. Hop in there, you two. Have fun. And hopefully we'll have a 3rd one by the time you're done. So inside of here, we have 9 dirt. I didn't even realize. We'll plop in our dirt, and then we'll decide what we want to plant. And we don't really have all that many options. Now, we know that we can plant wheat in there, and if we look at uses for wheat, and we look at what a wheat will do inside of a bond... Well, I thought we could. Oh, no, you know what we got to do? We actually got to look at seeds. If we look at seeds, like bog standard regular old seeds, and we look at uses inside of the bonsai, it'll give us wheat, 75% chance of wheat, 5% chance for an extra wheat, and a 5% chance for a seed. And that would certainly beat having to go and manually collect wheat. So I think we might go ahead and do that. There's other seeds as well we could plant if we wanted to. But I'm going to go with the bog standard old seed. And just... There's other types of dirt you can put in here too, I should note. So I don't know if it's going to show that on this screen. It looks like, yeah. As it cycles through these different kinds, you can see there's like growth modifiers. So some types of sand will make it grow faster, or some types of soil will make it grow slower. Farmland seems to be like normally a pretty easy one to build. Let's see, farmland. Minecraft farmland, right? Or is it like farming for blockheads, fertilized farmland? I can't actually seem to find a recipe for any of these. So what do we need to do to make fertilized? Increases crop output, yeah. See, we probably want to have fertilized farmland. But I can't click on it, and I don't know how to make it, and I'm sure it's really simple and straightforward, but I don't know what to do. I'm just going to plant this, and it grows pretty quickly. So it looked like it said, what, 48 seconds? And you can also see that on that screen if we look up seeds again. And once more, look at here. It should tell you how long it takes. I'm not looking at the right thing here, though. Here we go. Seeds, Growth rate, 50 seconds. So in 50 seconds, it'll produce, hopefully, something of interest. And we'll just have to sit around and wait on that. So you should be done cooking these two. That get the 6. And I needed 7? No, I needed 5. Okay, well, there's that. There's that. And then create some more of this. So I can create one of these. So I can create that. Excellent. And now we can automate the production of... Oh, gosh. Don't need to go in there. Create more dirt. And this time we're going to automate it. So that's pretty much all we've used this one over here for anyway. So we might as well just go ahead and automate the construction of dirt. Yeah, go for it. And now it's just a matter of... We've got 3 different automations, all of which use leaves. We just got to keep it topped off. Topped off, even. Got to keep it topped off. You know what I'm saying, lad? You know what I'm trying to get at here. So we're going to make that, and we're going to bring these over here. That's not what we want. We don't want that. That's just going to cause issues. So hold down Shift and right-click, and then do that again. Add the dirt, and then now we're going to plant, I guess, a sapling. We might be getting close to the end of growing trees this way. Now that I'm about to plant a sapling over here, this could be the new future. So that little sound you just heard, hopefully, was the sound of the botany pot depositing wheat. So it looks like it's gone through 2 cycles, maybe 3 since we built it, and we got 1 wheat. It's gonna take time, but here's the deal. Yeah, we could create a lot more quickly over here ourselves, but that's manual. We have to engage with this. And much like this over here, like we don't have to interact with it. We can just come over here periodically and look at that. It's just gonna have stuff in there. And then this should also possibly, did it say it was going to maybe give us leaves? If we look at uses? No, but it'll give us saplings. So I guess we still will be manually doing this if we continue to need leaves, which is less than ideal, but I'm not going to replant. What do you think about that? I'm just not going to. I feel like we can carry on from there. Now, let's talk about the Crusher. I know I said I was going to make a monster spawner, but the game has wanted us to do this for a long time. So we need smooth stone and regular stone, and I think we've already cooked up some smooth stone. I don't know where it ended up when all was said and done. We've got 8, and then how do we get that into smooth stone? Do you just, like, something like that? Or maybe something like... Well, that's how we get that. So have I ever made smooth stone before? Let's see. I love that every so often you just see a bee fly by. That guy is just so confused. Oh, you cook up stone yet again. Right. Well, it's going to be a waste of a charcoal, but, I mean... We're not hurting for charcoal. I wish that little bee would just come back over here and make me some honey. That's all I'm asking for. Not asking for much. Do you need to surround the thing with honey? Or with flowers in some way? I don't actually know. You guys, we need to do something about this too. I keep saying that I'm going to, and I'm just not. Maybe I'll go out and around and just expand all of that, possibly? Or I could just let them out. The concern was that they would come over here and burn themselves, but we have so many animals now. Is it really a bother if they do that? Does it really concern me at all if they go traipsing all about? Is it really that big of an issue? I do feel bad. It's not like we've bred them again. You know, that would be cruel. If we bred them again while they were trapped inside of there, that would be a truly monstrous thing to do. And I cannot imagine the type of person who... Oh, no! Oh, I'm sorry, I accidentally dropped that in there. Oh, no! All the weed! Oh, gosh, I can't collect it. It all fell inside there. Oh, no! What a disaster. Oh, that is horrible. I feel so bad. Hey, little bee, have you considered making me some sand? Or possibly? Or do you even care? Doesn't seem like you do. So let's see what we're doing here. We got 4 wheat now, and we do have an apple. Look at that. I threw it on the ground to show you what a sturdy and strong apple that is. And oh boy, delicious. So we're now growing our own food, more or less automated, right? I mean, like, it's time intensive, but it is happening in the background. And now we're going to make ourselves a crusher. A Diana crusher from Star Trek. I've never watched it. I just know the name. Is it Diana Crusher? Crusher's from Star Trek, and Diana's from Crusher, but are they the same thing? Diana Crusher. Yeah. Okay, it's Beverly Crusher. Where'd I get Diana from? Diana Star Trek? Diana Troy. Or Deanna. I've mixed up 2 characters in a show I've never seen before. You might think I'm embarrassed, but I'm also about to Google Amaranth to make sure that's a real person. Because, spoilers, I've not made that thumbnail yet. Amaranth. Oh, good lord. She's... well, at least parts of her are real. I'll say that much. Anyway. What are we doing over here? What's happening? Wheat? 5 wheat? We have enough to make our own bread. Look at this. Our first ever bread made from a hopping bonsai. The days of starvation are behind us at last. Oh, what a glorious, happy day, Cluckety McDuckety. I'm telling you, things are really starting to look up. Well, we built a crusher. We just kind of did that. Right. What do you do? What do I do? What do I do with you? How do I use you? Gravel? Yeah? Okay. Can I automate this in some way? I'm assuming there's got to be a way to automate it. So there's sand. So I don't have to manually do this anymore. I can just toss the sand in there. And this is almost good to go all on its own. I just got to figure out a way to get leaves into it automatically. That's still sort of a manual part. Maybe we'll build a second crusher here. Because what I'm thinking is, if we have a look inside at our... did we already use... okay, how much did we need? Let's cook up 32, so we'll put 16 in here and then 16 in here. We can have one that turns into gravel, and we'll have one that turns into sand. And then, I don't know what you can do after that inside of a crusher. So that'll make sand, and then can you run sand through a crusher? I'm not seeing the option to do that. Apparently in a botany pot, you can add sand and, oh, sugarcane, cactus, and bamboo. That's clever. I like that. In a jar, it can be used to make soul sand, clay, and sand bees, which we've got plenty of, and they're a disaster. We're not getting anywhere with them, and I hate them. I hate them deeply. So what I'm going to do after this is, I'm going to take all of this cobblestone out. Okay. And then we're going to take this stone and combine it with this stone in here, and then have this continue its current operation, and then put this somewhere outside of my inventory where I don't have to deal with it. Just over here in the don't look at me area of the world. Oh my gosh. Well, I thought I was going to build a monster spawner today, but I guess I'm focusing on crushing things. And just to confirm, cannot crush sand any further. What else can you do with a crusher? Uses. 2 things. You can do 2 things with a crusher. Good to know. Alright, keep that going. We've got more dirt now. This is wonderful. The goal is to eventually cover the world in dirt. I think maybe we're trying to, like, that's our ultimate end goal, is to cover the world in grass. I'm going to cover the outside here in grass as well. Because as of right now, there's like a double thick edge that's not necessary. Like, we'll keep the outermost edge. There we go. This will be more like inside of there. Maybe the bees will like this more if we completely surround their hives. This is a risky maneuver, what I'm doing right now. Don't like it, shouldn't be doing it. But we're just gonna, like, surround them with dirt, and then maybe they'll feel even more like they're really... Can you see our bees down there, by the way? No, I don't see them anymore. I think they did go and die. I think the bees died. I don't think they exist anymore. Which is a bit of a shame. I'm wondering if maybe I wasn't supposed to let them fly around. Maybe that's why the game was like, hey dude, listen, build bee jars and put your bees in them, and don't be stupid and let them just fly around. And I didn't listen. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe it's episode 10, it's a big celebratory, it's our big, like, we're in the double digits now. Well, we've always been in the double digits. The first episode is 01, but is 0 really a digit? Well, if not, then 10's not double digits either, because it's 10. So it really does come down to a matter of how you, what your perspective is and how you choose to view life, the universe, and everything. I'd love to hear your feedback down below. Is 0 a number, or is it the absence of numbers? That's another good question. B, I'm gonna do something. I'm really sorry about this. I want to apologize in advance, but I think I made a mistake letting you and your brethren just fly around. Yeah, you're real mad at me. What can I do with this? I can use it to make a breeder upgrade. I can use it to create an apiary breeder, which is interesting, but that's like what I can do with empty ones. There's nothing interesting I can do with a full one. I'm just gonna tuck it away over here. I'm just gonna file that bee away for now. And then, in the meantime, we should have a pretty good supply going in here of clay. So I will go ahead and make a new empty DNA. I will combine that with a little bit of dandelion. There we go. And then these two things together, check your recipe book now, don't tell me how to live my life. These two things together will create a, like a bee DNA, is that right? Let's see, just bee. If I just type in bee. Bee DNA. Yeah, go for it, I don't care. The game wants this anyway. I'm back to focusing on the quest lines here. 64 gravel and 64 sand. That's what we're supposed to be focused on right now. How much do you have in you right now? Nothing? Okay. In that case, make me 64 gravel. And then we're making a second one. That's right. I remember now. It's all coming back to me. So... Right. We need one more of those. Which means... Gosh darn it. We're all out. It's never ending. There's never a moment's respite around here. It's just constant movement and constant work. You know what I mean, little chickadee? Cluckety McDuckety? That thing's about to break. Wait, are we missing a... No, we still got both the worms. Good. I was gonna say, it would make absolutely no sense for something to have nibbled on the worms in there at the moment. It makes no sense whatsoever. Don't bark at me. I'm working on it. I'm trying. I promise you I'm trying. I'm trying to make progress. I'm trying to figure out what to do with the bees. Do you know what to do with bees? You're of nature. Surely you would know. This is like your bread and butter, except more bee-ish in nature, right? Oh, okay. Well, you don't have to get smart with. Oh no, I'm talking to the chicken like you can understand me. Cluckety McDuckety, I don't know what you're saying. I have no idea what you're trying to say. I cannot speak to you. That makes no sense. I'm not even going to respond to that. That was incredibly rude. Can you guys believe that he said that? I cannot believe he's sassing me this hard right now. And in front of everyone as well. So this one will make gravel. And this one's also making gravel, but once it's done, it'll have a full stack of gravel. It can start making a full stack of sand. So there we go. The two of those complete. 6. Not too shabby. What is next on my agenda here? Let's have a look here. The bee DNA should be done. Oh, you know what? It's hooked up now. So it's going to drop its contents into here. We should hook them all up. I just realized, even if they're not automated, if they're hooked up, then they won't drop things onto the ground anymore. That's definitely the right approach. Bee DNA. We did it, everyone. Quest completed. What do you want me to do with this bee now? Also, we gotta make these shears. I don't know why it wants me to make clay shears, but it's really insistent on me doing that. So I'll create the clay shears, and I'll create another pair, and maybe I combine them together in some way to, let's see, clay shear part. It's not really telling me what to do with it, and it doesn't really appear to have a use. Ceramic shears part. I guess we have to cook up both parts. Maybe this is important. Maybe in some way, this will feed into the bee. Should we just go ahead and get the bee? Yay! Ba-da-da-da! We've got 2 bees now. Well, we have 4, but 2 of them are just gone now, forever flying out in the ether to never be seen again. It would be very funny if they came back, though, and they were really, like, sassy about it. Like, hey, you idiot, we're flown back. Like, where have you been? Ceramic shears. I've got ceramic shears! What do I do with them? They can be used to make a banner pattern. They can be named and given enchantments and things. For some reason. Is this just like an optional thing? If I wanted to, like, use it on a tree? Is that why this exists? Like, on the off chance I would want to, Oh, don't be like this. Trees have been growing out here all by themselves. Like, oh, thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, your timing is impeccable. I think that's all it is. I think it's just for cutting down trees. I don't know if it has anything to do with the bees. I think it's just for the trees. Well, it couldn't have come a moment too soon either. We're starting to run out, so... Small successes. So we've got 64. Okay, there's that part of the quest complete. And now we need to... I guess we didn't really need 2 of them for this, did we? I guess not. Oh well. Once that one's done, we'll go ahead and, like, split the load between these 2. Actually, no, we're good. We don't need any more gravel. We're actually fine. We'll split the load between them, and that'll get the sand done more quickly. Now we've got all this gravel that we don't know what to do with. We'll just chuck it in there. And... excellent. Keep you fed. Keep you topped off. We're getting in a good rhythm right now, where there's plenty of stuff for us to do, but there's no real direction for any of it. Like, I can do these loops around and around, constantly making all of these things, but to what end? I still don't know why I want a soul snare. I don't know why I want that, and I don't know how to get iron. One thing that it wanted was a mushroom, and I don't know what to do about that. Botany pot? Mana pool? Am I supposed to make a mana pool? I've kind of been ignoring it, but maybe I should make a mana pool. I don't know how it works, or what I need to make it. Living rock, which is going to require granite and a pure... or stone and a pure daisy. How does this happen? Floating flower and pure daisy to make a floating pure daisy. But what is this? What's happening with this? Someone explain this to me. What does this mean? Do I have a pure daisy? I feel like I probably do. I have an oxide daisy. I don't have a pure daisy. We needed some sort of special thing to get the magical daisies. There's other mana pools too. There's a fabulous one, a diluted one, an everlasting guilty pool. Living rock just requires that I somehow get a pure daisy. A pedestal. Oh. Okay. I mean, I guess we can do that. That is one of the quests anyway. And it requires that we get some sort of, like, something. Accepts any petals. Well, how do I get petals? I've got a tall mystical flower. Can I get petals from that? No, I can't. Okay. And then I need to create the actual stand itself, which is a remarkably simple recipe. We'll need a bit more cobblestone. Okay, well, that's fine. Yep, you're just in the way. We need to grow trees somewhere else. That's what we need to do. We need to build a new platform just for growing trees that aren't in my way. So from there, this is such an odd episode. And somehow we're already 37 minutes in! Well, I guess it's episode 10, so it's a bit special. That's alright. I've made that decision as of right now in this exact moment. Because it's episode 10, it's okay that it's running a bit long, because it's a special. I guess I'll have to do that every 10 episodes now. Alright, well I've got this thing. What do I do with you? Petal Apothecary. And then what do I do now? I'm sorry, how do I get the daisy? I should have looked up this recipe. Hit A for daisy. Do I place it around? Do they have to be placed around on top of something in some way? Come here, you. I'm relocating you. This makes no sense for you. You're gonna go over here now. And then I've got only 3 of these. Oh. Okay, alright. No, this is working out. I need more magical flowers, though. Do I have any more? I've got mystical pink flower. That'll give me 2 of these. I wonder if it matters. Maybe it doesn't. I can't set that on the ground right there. That's gonna have to go. I know, it's a tragedy. We're getting rid of the crafting station. It's okay, it's not going into the earth. So, there's that, and then boop, 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 boop. So... do you reckon we need to do anything with this up here? That's gonna get rid of all the links. So these are all glowing. I bet you they all have to match. It doesn't say that, but... I know, again, we're going against the sort of rules that I've made up, but petal... apothecary. To craft flowers, the petal apothecary needs to be full of water. Oh. Naturally. Of course it does. Yes. No, that makes sense. I guess we should have figured that out. Did it in any way indicate that in this picture? Not really, no. Okay, there we go. It's now full of water. If a garden of glass is present, to create a flower, the correct petal runes must be thrown in the apothecary in any order, and then seeds of any type must be thrown to finalize the process. Petal runes? It looked like it just wanted some regular old petals. So, I don't know. Can I just throw those in? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a seed. No. What did you? What? And then seeds of any type must be thrown in to finalize the process. Okay. No. No. It must need specifically... Okay, so we can get the items back out. Okay. Alright, so I guess they all need to be... Here's the thing, right? I just picked random, but it does look like they need to be white ones. So white shimmering mushrooms, white, all of these different things. It's 2 different types of plant. Mystical white petal. So how do we get that? That's going to need to come from a tall mystical white flower. How did we get mystical flowers before? We needed some sort of fertilizer. So, fertilizer. That's the stuff right there. That right there is it. So, any type of dye and then bone meal. Well, we do have an awful number of yellow flowers, and they are awful in appearance. So, we'll create a bunch of dye, and we'll combine that with a bit o bone meal, which we do have some of. And remember, this is not guaranteed to give us... Where's this? I'm not going to use the one in my inventory. No, I refuse. We'll just plop it down back here. That makes sense. And now we can go between all of these. That's fun. And useless. It's not going to help us any. I think that this is shapeless, and I've done it wrong. Yes, there we go. Floral fertilizer. What are you going to give me? Oh, okay, we did get a white one. The issue is we need more than one white one. Yeah, alright, so we'll just need to do more of that, I guess. Which means collecting more of these ugly yellow flowers that we hate anyway, so who cares? Can I put a flower in a botany pot? Oh, I can, and it'll give me more flowers. We should have done that then. I didn't realize we were going to need so much lovely dye. Didn't mean to do that. Fine, I'll use the one in my inventory, though. I'll use the one in my inventory. More floral fertilizer. Give me a white one. No. Absolute nothing but disappointment and sadness. We're going for the yellow ones because I find them to be the least interesting, alright? I know it feels like I'm specifically targeting them, like I have some sort of hateful vendetta against them. It's not hateful. I just don't think the yellow ones are the nicest flowers in the game. That's the only reasoning behind it. Give me something. No, you've given me a lot of nothing. I'm getting disappointed now. Look at all these flowers we've got that we can't use. We just need one more. Azure. Okay, that actually looks kind of cool. Plant some of that out here. For the bees who don't even really care. It's actually a bit of a tragedy. Alright. Is there a way to get more out of these? Like, I know if we just craft with them, we'll get dye. But if I use them in another way, can I get, like, a lot of dye? No, it doesn't look like I can. Alright. So these are going to be slightly different dyes, but we know that the game doesn't care. That's okay. And that's our last bone mill. So if this doesn't do it... Oh, thank goodness. I was going to say, we'll just have to make more. It's not that big a deal. But, alright, so we've got all of these. So now we throw those inside of here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute, what is in here right now? Wait. Hold on, what is that? Why are there why is that in there? Alright. Now we add the seed. That I've gotten rid of. Or that I've misplaced. What did I do with the seeds? Did I throw them in here? I think we just need one. Boop. Look at that! We've got the pure daisy, everyone! Quest complete! New chapters unlocked! Great success! Oh, we can all breathe easy. What did I want to do that for? What was the purpose? What is that? What is that even a part of? Is that part of, like, botania? It was. Okay, yeah, now it wants me to make living rock. And now we're making our way towards Mana Pool, and eventually Black Stone and Sky Stone, and then eventually some really sick gear, and like an Endo Flame, and some like orchids, which is kind of the least interesting of all the ones I just said. We'll be able to do the Ritual of Gaia, and then a Gaia Mana Spreader. Wow. What do I do? Back to the wiki we go. Let's see. Living Rock. Daisy? I don't know. Living Rock. Official Feed the Beast wiki. We're using the wiki now! I want to make progress! Living Rock is a block added by Botania. It is used within many crafting recipes. A living rock is created by placing a block of stone adjacent to a pure daisy. After a minute, it will transform into a living rock. Apparently, it's just that simple, so we want to probably plant this somewhere of importance where I'm not going to accidentally break it. Or we could just, like, plop it down over here somewhere. Yeah, why not? We've just done that. That's what's happened. No turning back. Give me the stone. It looked like we could use stone. Let's plop some stone over here, alright? Can it do it with multiple? There's some kind of magic taking place here. This is way more interesting than the bees so far, I'll give it that. At least there's something of interest happening, and once again, we've lost our bees. So, I mean, to heck with them, I guess. How long does this take? I assume you're gonna need some level of patience. Does it mention it? After a minute. I guess it meant that literally. I guess it didn't mean that figuratively at all. I just sort of assumed it meant, you know, like, after a minute or so. But, I mean, patience is a virtue, as they say. So, here's the deal, right? I think saplings and things we're good for now over there, so we don't really need to worry about getting them out of here. I mean, if anything, we're not going to ever run out, right? We're always pretty safe in assuming that eventually we'll get a sapling out of this. And this is doing great for the wheat, by the way, in case you were curious. Oh my gosh, look, it worked! Okay, we now have living rock. Beautiful. And now we can create a mana pool, maybe. Mana pool. Should have added that over here. And apparently you can create a minecart with mana pool, but I don't know what that would serve. Oh, no, we need more. No, we're not done yet. We do need more, actually, unfortunately. I apologize for this. You're doing great work, little flower. Oh. If I take off the top one... Nope, you break the whole thing. You break the whole thing. Where did it come from? Where did a tall... Oh, we did end up with two of them. Tall... So that's just a regular mystical red flower. Yeah, that makes it grow, and then that gave us two tall. It seemed to double in some way when I broke it before. I don't know how. I am at the depths of confusion right now. My soul cries out for one who knows the answers. It seeks with desperation a solution to my plight of confusion. Also, we're not done yet, apparently, with manually planting saplings in order to get the leaves that we need to continue our automation, which is a fortune. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's another tree that just grew inside of that one, I think is what happened there. That happened previously in this episode or one of the last two episodes, and it confused me deeply at the time. But now I'm back to understanding what happened. There we go. Keep the automations going. We need more clay, desperately. Please. Please continue to give us more clay. What were we making a mana pool for? I've already forgotten. Enough time has passed. Hey, look at this. I can do that. So we've got 8 of those, and now we need to construct ourselves a mana pool by building it in such a shape as this. There we are. That was a quest. Should we put it next to the water? That makes sense. You know, there's water, it's a pool. What other types of pool are there, really? A mining pool. But we don't talk about that. That made the GPU prices really bad for a while there. Okay, living rock, mana pool, catalysts? Conjuration and alchemy catalysts. Nope. Also, no. Gonna have to bail on both of those. Not pursuing either of those for the foreseeable future. But what about Runic Altar? Okay. A mana pearl, a mana diamond, a mana pearl. So we'll need an ender pearl. So we'll need to get that monster spawner up and going soon is what we'll need to do. And that way we'll be able to get ourselves a mana pearl. I don't know what we do with it. What are my uses for a mana pool? Like, what can I do with it? Charcoal into dielectric paste. I can make a pasture seed using grass. I can make a cookie into a biscuit of totality. This food is not nourishing enough to improve your health. Well, then what is it? Mana in a bottle. See, that's the deal. Where do you get the mana for the mana pool? How does that work? Okay, easy does it. Block to item mutations. Iron bee. Bee block mutation requires there to be a valid hive for the bee to go into and the bee to have nectar. Nectar? Do I need nectar? Oh, nectar. And apparently that'll give us a mana steel bee. What is nectar? Is there like different types of nectar? Is that how you make, let's see, sand bee. Okay, what about sand nectar? Oh, okay. Oh, well, it's sand bee nectar block. Not exactly what I had in mind. Sand honeycomb block. Sand honeycomb. Apparently a sand bee will, inside of a beehive, create sand honeycomb. I'm inclined to disagree with you. I don't think that will happen. I think that you're lying to me. I think that this is all a long-term, a long-running deceit. I don't think that there is such a thing. I'm starting to lose faith in all of this. I'm starting to think it was all just a farce from the very beginning. It was all made to make me look like a fool. This mod pack has no purpose. There is no goal in it. You're not working towards anything. You're just constantly serving bees who hate you. Bees who want you dead. The bees don't care about me. They all leave me in the end. It's just as foretold in the ancient texts. And behold, I saw it, and it was bee. And it was evil. More evil than any bee to ever live. And I smote the bee. And it smote back. And we both smote together. And then we were friends? But nay, it was a deception of the bee. Woe is me. Woe is me. This is a true story, but look at what I've done here. I've got a stack of sand. How beautiful is that? Another quest complete. If we go back to the start series of quest lines, at least I think that's where that was. We had... was that? Yeah, right here. 64 gravel, 64 sand. That's completed. Yeah, I know you want me to build the next gen one, but I've still not figured out how to get iron yet. I've still not quite figured that mystery out. It's very confusing. Maybe we have to go to Starlight Infusion. That's not it. No. There's gonna be a bee. There's gonna be a bee. Iron honeycomb. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. It's fine. There's no need to panic. There's no need for us to panic. We just gotta remain calm. We all need to remain calm! All of our bees have left us, but that's okay. No, they haven't. No, I captured them. That's right. They're right over here. They're just hanging out in confusion. Are you supposed to know a bit about Minecraft bees before you go into this mod pack? Is that where I made my mistake? Was going in just with no clue of what's happening, like a brazen idiot? Is that on me? If I had understood how Minecraft bees worked, would I now be like way ahead of the game? And have just like a full army of bees? Is it possible for that to be the case? I don't know. I don't know at all. I guess all we can do at this point, at this particular juncture, is just continue to follow the quests and hope that we'll be seeing some results soon. Mushroom? Is that what we were trying to do? Oh goodness, I remember now. That's right. That's right. A mushroom. We wanted to make a mushroom. The mana pool and a poppy. What goes into the mana pool? Do we just add water? H2O just add water, like the show with the mermaids? Oh, right, this won't work as an infinite pool anymore. We've broken our infinite pool by putting a strainer in it. Well, I mean, we can just create more water if we need to. Yeah, make water, please. What about down here at the bottom? No. There's no water down here at the bottom. Is there any water in here at all? So there's still, like, enough water to have a source block. We just don't have one. You know what? Let's go ahead and sleep before the monsters come, because I just realized it's been a few days since we slept last. And I feel like my brain just melted partially there. While I was staring at all the water, I just sort of went quiet and stopped talking. And that's not how this series works. This isn't the kind of series where I stop talking and then we come back and we like edit and fix it all. Is the strainer kind of done down here? I feel like yeah, because the actual net itself is done. So let's take this bad boy out if we can. How do I break this thing? What's the fastest way to break it? You know what? Let's just leave it down here. I realize I don't actually care all that much. We'll just leave it down there. And underneath it, what we're going to do is we're going to just throw down some planks down here. There we go. So that's still down there. It's fine. We can dig it out later, but now we've got our infinite source block back. Okay. Guess you don't do that. That's not what you do. How do you get water or whatever into the mana? Hold on. Hold on. Mana pool. FTB Wiki, here we go. It's a block added by Botania. It is the primary block for mana storage in the mod and can store an extremely large amount of mana inside, 100 times more than the diluted mana pool, or 1 million mana. Mana stored in the pool can be used to power other blocks in Botania that require mana to function, such as functional flowers. Mana can be inserted into the mana pool via the mana spreader, and any adjacent mana spreaders will pull mana from it to fill their internal buffer. The amount of mana in the pool can be displayed. So I gotta have some sort of a mana... There's a runic altar. But, I mean, I just want to use this thing to, like... I just want to transform a couple of flowers. I just want to do a little quest line, is what I'm trying to do here. That's sand. That's sand. That's not... You can understand my confusion. It looks similar. Plop that down, right? Hi, guys. Y'all having a good time in there? I don't think so. I wouldn't guess. It looks like you're all having a really unfortunate time, kind of all bunched up inside of the fence there. I hope you all forgive me for it. I'm going to go over here now and not be directly next to you. It's kind of making me a little bit uncomfortable, if I'm honest. So, what I want to do is I want to make a mushroom. And to do that, I need a flower and a brown mushroom, and it looks like a little bit of mana. That seems to be what's being implied here. Right? How do I get the mana? How do you get mana? Maybe that's what I need to look at. It's an energy system of Botania. It is used to power a wide variety of magical blocks and items in Botania in order to progress through the mod. It is notably different from other energy systems, such as Redstone Flux, in that it uses no pipes to transport and no hard numbers in its display. These were deliberate design decisions as Vezki, that sounds like a bionicle name, wanted to make the mod that was centered around in-world interactions and not number crunching. Mana is created primarily by generating flora, flowers, each of which have a unique way of generating mana. Mana is stored in mana pools and transported by mana spreaders. But I'm confused. It's not intended blah 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 blah. Mana spreader. It spreads mana. The mystical petal used does not change the appearance. Okay, that's fine. The direction the mana bursts can be manipulated by shift right-clicking on it with a wand of the forest. I've not learned how to make mana yet. I still don't know. Do I just need to plant some flowers nearby this thing? How about that? You like that? How about this? I'll move this closer. Oh, I guess that's gone forever now. Just abstract as it is. There's that. How do you feel about that? Do you like that? No? Just plant some flowers nearby. How about it? You like that? Look at this. Here's another one. Here's a mystical lime one. How about them apples? You like that? How about you fill up with mana then? Pulse mana spreaders can travel 12 blocks. I don't know what I need a mana spreader for. I can't build one. I don't have gold. I cannot build this. Okay. Mana is not intended to be directly converted to or from other forms of energy. However, the mana flux field can convert mana into redstone flux and contain other mods, or certain other mods may add other conversion systems. That's fascinating. How do I make it? It's stored in mana pools. Right. I've built one of those. How? Mana can be inserted into the mana spreader, or any adjacent mana spreaders will pull mana from it to fill their internal buff. What do you mean? The amount of mana in the pool can be displayed by right-clicking with the Wand of the Forest! What are you talking about? None of this is real! This is all nonsense, is what this is. Wand of the Forest. What are you, little wand? Living wood twigs? What is that? What is a living wood? A pure daisy, and I guess probably, what, just any type of wood, I would guess. I'm not going to stay on that screen long enough to find out. Let's just go plop this stuff down over here, next to our lovely little daisy, and see what happens. You're not doing anything, are you, you stupid pot of nonsense? We've got no bees. We've got all of our bees are inside of jars, inside of drawers, because we don't know what to do with them. I feel like I'm going to lose my mind here in a minute because I don't know what to do. It's asking me to do something with whatever this is as a mana pool in order to make a mushroom. I don't know what I need a mushroom for. I have no idea what any of this is. I've never clicked on the map before, and I don't know why I did it just now. This is what I wanted to get into. Ceramic, what do you want prismarine for? Why would you need that? What uses does that have to us right now? Block to item mutation? What? Prismarine bee nectar? Is that something that I need? I don't have any of the other things that I need for that. I need a honeycomb and all of that. I could use this as a modifier. I don't need a modifier. I need bees. I need bees. Oh, good. We have living wood. Wonderful. Apparently that was a quest. Should we stop hitting M and, like, open up? I'm not trying to open and close in rapid succession, by the way. I don't know why that's happening. Yeah, there we go. Living wood, and then, oh, a mana spreader. Oh, I guess I can build one of these now, except for the fact that I don't have gold or iron. So clearly, at this point, the game thinks I'm going to have one of those two things, and I do not. How do you go about getting gold? Well, naturally, you get gold from your gold ore, or your nether gold ore, or your regular gold ore, or your gold dust, or your gold sand, or something along those lines, but I don't have any of those things. Cutting fluid? What? I'm sorry? Intermediate cutting fluid. What is this? Alchemy table? Arc recipes? What do you want from me, game? I don't know what you want from me anymore. I'm not sure what you're asking me to do. You're saying all kinds of weird nonsense things. Everything that you're saying right now is just strange and abstract, and I don't quite understand how you want me to go about doing this. What do I do with the bees, game? What do I do with the bees? How do I use the bees? Up in the sky, far away, there's a magic world where we play together. You and I will make... Wait, this is the Tekkit Legends song! This is the Tekkit Legends Let's Play!